Hello, everybody. I'm finally here. Finally here. Windhoff is here too.
No, I'm not. Who
Oh.
said I
And we're gonna do our theme. Our theme. Continue the Roottree Mania, which is the second half of the Roottree game.
Yeah.
It's like the bonus, which is all about infidelity.
All the cheating.
All the cheating. But sorry that it took a while. I had to struggle to get things to work. Things were fighting me. But I got them all working. I had to restart the phone to get it to work, I guess. Oh, thank you for the... Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, I've been fighting and restarting shit, okay? It was bound to be forgotten.
It's the one thing we gotta forget every time.
It's fine, we'll fix it. Look, I fixed it. Some oops duggies. I'm sorry. My bad.
Turkeys.
It's okay, I forgot the other thing too, so I should... No, we're not gonna try to download anything right now. You're just logging in. I am not trusting a gosh darn thing. I've had enough issues this morning. No, thank you.
This is the Head Pats one.
Yeah. Yeah, my V-Bridger was lagging out. Every time I connected it to my phone, it just was a laggy mess and was not reading at all. So I was like, oh shit. But we got that working. And then I broke OBS somehow. And so all of my audio things were not set up correct for OBS. So then I had to fix that. But it's finally all fixed. We're good. Everything is good now. Thank you for that, Pat Wind.
Yeah, you're welcome. You needed that since this morning.
Alright. So last time, I left this untouched because this was what we needed to get into. There's still a lot of different stuff from everywhere else. Even in the reminders and the whole 6 pieces. Even 2 from the Pez issue. But we had a whole bunch of reading here. Which is like, oh gosh.
Yep. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, what else is going on here though? Okay, so we now have like a whole bunch of extra pictures of him that we're going to be able to put in. Other pictures of Guy Hudson. So there might be evidence of him with some of these other ladies. And then obviously we figured out, obviously the family update was that she had the baby.
She had the baba.
She had the baba.
Bobby.
And we had like figured out this, but something was still wrong with these.
Yeah, which...
I just don't know.
Like, there's no
Unless
deceased...
because I don't think we knew her last name. Like her maiden name?
Maybe.
Because the idea was maybe it was the maiden name. But obviously we didn't know what her maiden name is. Unless there's something somewhere. So like maybe in the confidential information there's something.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Hopefully. The clip is 3 seconds too long. I'm gonna bite something. Oh no. You were given some partial staff records to cross-reference. To cross-reference by Sam Madison. These records are based off of the old tax mailing information and only details the employees that work directly from the Roottrees in their corporate office. There are many laborers on their farms and in their factories that are not listed. You're not sure how helpful it will be, except for cross-referencing guy secretaries and visits overseas. Spider-searching people just because they are listed in this book will likely be very time-consuming and a waste of time. Okay. So, President Zach Morden, Special Management Ernest Madison, Office Staff Edward, Lloyd Carpenter, Carl Monroy, Elizabeth Cravenworth.
What's the...
what is her name?
Yeah, what is the mother's name?
Is she Elizabeth? No, she's Jonah. Do we know Elizabeth?
I don't think we even... I think we have like a couple names we didn't quite know yet.
Yeah. Oh. Robertson.
Oh, there we go.
Robertson. Okay, so now we know her last name, which is probably what's messed up here. Robertson. Because her last job was a cashier, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was working...
Before she died?
Yeah.
Before she was murdered?
Doris May, Beth Knox.
Totally murdered.
Juliet McCullen, Doris May, Beth Knox. Sam Madison, yeah. John Miller, which was her dad. Okay, Thomas Green, I think was her other dad. Fred Quilson, Stuart Todd, Sam Armins, okay. Major expenses, none. Okay.
So the one thing we're still missing, though, is the 5 Pez. Or 5 Ps, because that name is still not... Something's still wrong?
Well, I think it was Felix again, so I put it back to David.
Okay.
I put it back to David just in case that's the problem, but I think we need 4 people.
Right, we need additional...
So we would need 1 more person currently. We do not have a 4th person. I don't know what was wrong with this. Unless her last name wasn't Clementine? She doesn't... No, because his last name is Sterling, so her last name is Clementine. Oh, no, right. That's a fake name. That's right. I forgot. That's a fake name.
Oh, right.
But we don't know the real name. We just know that it was a fake name. So that's why she's a problem, is because we don't actually know her real name right now. We just know the name that she gave herself when she became an artist. Yes. In 1977, it was announced that Zach would be retiring and Guy would be taking over at the start of 1978. They held a retirement party in November before spending the final month working on transitions. During 1976 and 1977, the following changes took place. Guy Hudson has replaced Ernest as special management. Okay, so he is now listed as product management because Eli C. Roottree is no longer employed there.
Oh.
Christine Ferroa was hired. Okay, she's no longer listed amongst the secretaries, but a Jonah Fellows has been added to the list. Okay, so... Because she got married.
Ooh, Beth Knox.
Are no longer employed.
Do we know a Beth Knox?
I feel like
names?
Kristen. Oh, okay. Pharaohs, probably.
Yeah.
So I wonder if we could just search... No, nothing comes up. But I have a feeling that's her. Because she was also one of his secretaries. We knew that.
Yeah.
And she had twins with the one guy, and he knew. We know that he knew. He's like the only one that knew for sure, and just was like, well, then marry me. Like, we love each other. Yeah. I will take care of them. I will raise them as my own. Like, it's fine. Right. Yep, and then she is no longer listed, but Garland, so she got married.
Yeah.
So Beth Knox.
That's a name we don't know.
I feel like we've heard of a Beth, though.
Probably, but it's like...
Well, she would have been in between these 2. Oh no, she wasn't fired yet, was she? In that. Oh no, Beth is gone.
Oh.
At the same time as Joanne.
So Beth Knox might not be,
Okay, John Miller leaves. And Gwyneth, yeah.
Oh, because Beth Knox retired.
Okay. Beth Knox retired. Beth Knox 50-year work anniversary bonus. Yeah, so Beth retired.
Yeah.
So Beth, wait.
Beth was not the target demographic for a guy.
Oh no, Bess.
No, because that was a writer.
Oh no, yeah, right. Because she met him through the church though, so she wouldn't have anything to do with the secretary shit.
No.
Unless, what was Bess's daughter?
Right there. We already had it written down, looks like. Oh, no, never mind.
There's nothing written there.
I thought we had something written there.
Yeah, I thought we did learn that she had a daughter and had the daughter's name. Did we not have the daughter's name?
I don't know.
But Beth is really old. We already know Beth is old.
Really? Right now?
Really? Really right now? Okay. So then we have Guy Hudson took over. This is a vital period of the company. This is where he starts to develop the new flavors.
For those wondering, the cat's water is low on water. So it's making a noise.
So now Guy Hudson has completely replaced Zechariah as leadership. He is now lead. So the office staff is now Edward, Elizabeth Crivenworth, and Lloyd Carpenter are no longer employed. Okay, so they're all no longer employed. Raffertoons is now listed as office staff. Raffertoons? Why does it sound familiar? And server access to a site with a telephone number called 1010. Apparently, a phone number you can dial before making a long-distance call to receive discounts from telephone companies. For the past few months, you have been inundated with ads for it and other services like it. This includes TV spots starring celebrities, radio commercials, and parodies of popular songs. The banner ads for it on many different websites. It doesn't seem to be relevant for your search. The Rafferton's domain was likely purchased by a third party. Okay. Go back. So what did it used to look like? Oh, so that was Clark's advertising firm. Okay, that's right. So that was Clark's advertising firm. But it no longer exists. So as office staff, his advertising firm was put in as office staff. Albert Cross and Fred Cross. Why does Cross sound familiar? I know they said it might be a waste of my time, but I'm doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
They can't stop me. Some of these I am Googling. Okay, secretaries. Christian is gone. And we have Patrice Watts and Corin Schwartz that have been brought in. Juliet McCollin and Doris Mays are no longer employed. God, how many? Okay, so who was... Okay, nothing about her.
Probably not gonna find...
Yeah. I'm just curious.
Oh.
Comes up with a few articles from a local news station in Pennsylvania. Some of the people attempting to track down Nami Mom was harassing her. She recently had to take leave of absence because people showed up at the car dealership where she works. She's begging people to stop the accusations so she can go back to her normal life, and she is not a Nami mom. Okay.
Okay.
So people were thinking it was her, but it is not.
Could we find her maybe one of the periodicals?
This one?
Yeah, the one Anami Mom.
Oh, well, we looked up the Anami mom. Ah, resident of Pennsylvania, but it seems like she lives beyond the Butler County limits. After she was named in the national tabloid, people have come to her place of work. Okay. The article explains that it's possible for her to be a Nami mom because her only child is still in middle school.
Oh.
Unless her son's gestation periods was approximately 10 years, it does not look like she was involved in any of the affairs. Okay, oh, I wonder if I should be searching these names in the protocols for the Butler County Times.
Maybe.
Oh, I didn't actually search this person on the web. Oh, I did the wrong one.
Does not want you to do that.
No, it's fighting me. Okay.
Because there's nothing else in the periodicals, is there? That would... Besides...
Not really, no. Because all the rest of the periodicals are fancier things. So, like, maybe in news time she might be talked about. But again, it very much seems like she has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, it's a lot of names to go through, though.
Robert Logan... William Sams was hired. Susan Ford was hired under a special category that only existed for 1 year. Who are you, Susan Ford? She was an interpreter. No, nothing about her.
What was the Piketty?
The Piketty was that tabloid. Was another tabloid that we found, that we were trying to find out what that book was supposed to be called. Okay, so the president offered Rebirth, 5 pieces of flavor, the caviar, the retirement party, Christmas tree bash, New Year's ball, or him going to all the different places. He started butterscotch. They're still doing the caviar, the 4th of July, and then the New Year's ball. Okay, so, secretaries Lisa Valerie Patrice Corian. But I don't think that's how you say that, her name. We already know that she has nothing to do with it, though. But did any of the rest of them... Who was Susan Ford? That was the lady that was doing the transferring? Yeah. Susan Ford has moved to office staff, and Terry O'Connor was hired. Okay, nothing there. Okay, nothing there. So Susan Ford is being the interpreter for him. Douglas Roseberg is no longer employee. Edward Morrison and Robert Addison were hired. And then Edward is no longer employee within a year he's gone too. Okay, so Patrice and then Corinne both leave. Linda Lewis and Lisa Lewis. Interesting, 2 Lewises. And Angela Ingram were hired. And then Catherine... God, the amount of secretaries going in and out of this place.
Yeah. It seems like there's a bunch that
Probably because he keeps hitting on them, probably.
Yeah. I'm sure it's a lot of sexual harassment.
Alright, Angela. Because a lot of these people are lasting like a year. Because, let's see, it was 79 when Lisa. And then 81. So she lasted 2 years?
That's a new record for this company.
So they normally last a year or two before they peace out or get fired. Okay, Catherine Garrett. Then about Catherine. Yeah, nothing about Catherine. Oh, man. Okay, so Emily Seinfeld got married. Didn't we know Seinfeld? Oh no, that was the joke.
Yeah, that was the joke. We did the Jerry Seinfeld joke.
So in case we learn about an Emily, actually I should look up her married name then, probably.
Yeah, that would probably help.
Oh. Yeah, and then when Gwyneth got married. With Gwyneth is part of the family. If I'm correct. I thought so. Yeah, because Madison's part of the that's one of the family names, isn't it? Madison. Yeah. Oh yeah, Gwyneth. Yeah, and then she married and had, yeah. Yeah. Checking out. It's all checking out.
Yeah. It's all coming together.
Yeah, she no longer works in that because she's been moved to office staff. That's why she no longer works. So Strawberry. Izuga? I don't know. Butterscotch, Caviar. 4th of July. Strawberry again. Randolph Dove donation. Randolph's School for the Deaf, formerly Randolph Dove, is located about an hour from where the Roottree offices used to be in Butler counties. It also serves as much a part of the Pennsylvania nearby. Okay. According to its website, it was formerly named Randolph Dove in 1923 to 1990 because Randolph was the last name of the founder and Dove is the Danish word for deaf. The founder had issues with government translators, leading to an odd transcription error. In 1990, it was renamed to better represent the school's purpose and to correct the embarrassing lack of effort and awareness demonstrated by the government officials in these early days. Okay. The staff is listed on the website. You scan through all of the biographies and find the president, Miss Ford, is fluent in 5 languages, including ASL. She has been working for the school for over 15 years. Miss Ford's bio also mentions she's not deaf herself, but rather learned sign language to communicate with the deaf. She mentions that she is responsible for securing funding for the Hudson Wing. Mrs. Ford. So Susan, they gave a huge donation to Susan's. She is the principal of this school. Interesting. She's responsible for securing the funding for the Hudson Wing. What makes you bet the Hudson Wing? Yep, 1982. That's right around the time period that went through. 1981, next year, they make... Okay. Yep, the Rootrees. The Hudson Wing was now an expansion, now Glen of School for the Deaf. First built in 19 separate smaller buildings. Okay. So yeah, the Roottree Company donated that money to them. It mentions the donation came at an insistence of an employee of the Roottree at the time. It mentions that she learned ASL from the main school before the Hudson Wing even existed to surprise her future husband, who was deaf. After realizing how useful the service like this could be to non-deaf people that wish to better serve those with hearing, she convinced Roottree management to invest in the school. The Hudson Wing opened and she became the first teacher at the new campus, at first only operating on the weekends, but since then has added afternoon classes on some weekdays. So she is going to have... Okay, she just doesn't work there at all. She just left completely. Ernest Madison Jr. replaces Guy Hudson. Because, yeah, Guy Hudson has died. He died in May.
Yeah.
Most extra expenses ended and all the secretaries most handpicked by Gutson were let go. So Carl joins the special management probably to start learning to take over for Ernest when Ernest needs to step down. So Douglas Rosenberg was fired at some point and then rehired. And then, yeah, he let all the different ladies go.
Should we look up Douglas Rosenberg?
And then after that point, they only use a temp agency, and they give us the name for the temp agency. Yeah,
Okay,
who's
yeah.
Douglas Rosenberg? Any information?
Maybe
How about
periodicals?
Yeah, how about in the periodicals? I'm just gonna do it this way. Nope. So we just have to watch out for maybe a lady's name turning into Rosenberg at some point.
Okay. And then there's the work temp.
Yeah, the work temp agency that they went with. It's company, so it's just a big company. Sorry, I had to sneeze.
Bless you.
Okay, so it's just like a big company that everyone like uses, it sounds like. There's not going to be much information to help us. Pretty much they stopped hiring directly in because of the issues that were being had. And they let anyone that had been working with him go because they might all be...
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where all of these were canceled. That were all the different things. So he started one that was for Sugar Plum too. Now, here's the true question. Were all of these... Because you know how that they named... The things were all based off of the names of the kids.
Yeah.
Was he naming them after his lovers?
Oh, no. Well, because the first one was Caviar. Right? But her name doesn't start with the
That's
C.
true. Caviar was first. I don't think there was one that was a J, though.
Wait. Go back. What's his actual wife's name?
No. Patrice.
Okay.
Okay, no.
Oh. Wait, what are
Because there's no J. There's no J here.
Wait.
There's nothing that could be a J. What? What?
The one flavor. What is that?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me look it up. I'm curious as to what that's supposed to be.
Oh, watermelon.
Oh.
That's the Chinese word for watermelon. I was like, I bet we could look it up. Can I, like, look up the 5-flavor development thing? No.
This would be such a dick move, though, if it was like, yes, named after all of my wives, all of my mistresses.
Anniversary Roottree clothing reimbursement. So that's for him to start Root.
And there's no...
Does say there is something we can get from this.
Yeah, there's nothing that starts with a J, though, with the different flavors.
Yeah, there's no J. That's why I was like, maybe I'm wrong.
A D?
Do any of their names change? No. Other than, obviously, we know Susan Ford has something to do with something. I wish I could find more information about her.
Yeah.
She has something to do with something.
Maybe look up everything?
I guess we need to look up more about...
So I would say keep looking just in case.
Well, it's... Okay.
Just in case. Like, something weird pops up.
Okay, So does that mean she marries... Randorf? No, because it was the name of the founder. Hudson Wing. She's the principal. She's the one that runs the place.
So...
Can we look up Grandolph? No.
Can't even look up the school? Oh, what about looking up Grandolph and,
Oh, in, like, the Times?
The Times or, like, the local newspaper.
Okay.
There we go.
Alright. We found some more! Haha! It was a school for the deaf near Butler, was regularly listed in articles with other schools. The Butler County Times archives includes what seems to be an endless list of snow cancellations, extracurricular activities. Hold on. Sorry, Wind had to blow his nose real quick, so we had to pause for a second. He's got allergies. Alright, so it's in the show snow of cancellation, extracurricular activities, weekend events that began over 70 years ago and stretch until the last mention in 1990. Amongst the avalanche of useful information, you almost miraculously discover one useful article. Okay. Randolph Dove was at the center of a crime article in 1982.
Oh.
It seems that someone defaced the school and vehicles outside of the brand new Hudson wing of the school. There are multiple broken windows, and one of the teacher's cars was painted with profanities and accusations of infidelity.
Oh.
Oh, Thomas Hughes. Okay. 1 week later, the following article is detailed. There was one arrest. Thomas Hughes, who was, coincidentally, a former student at the school. Apparently, the destruction came weeks after he married the school's newest teacher, Mrs. Hughes. She was not a teacher when he went. He graduated a few years earlier.
Okay.
According to the reporter's investigation into the police report, trials, and restraining order, Mr. Hughes was convinced that he was not the father of her current pregnancy and was, okay, Hughes is probably Beth.
Yeah.
Because she said she went to the school first to surprise her husband, or her to-be husband, who was released on bail, and the school had agreed not to press criminal charges after an agreement was made to pay the damages, and the couple began divorce proceedings. It appears that Thomas Hughes, Mrs. Hughes, and Hudson Wing have all avoided further appearances in the Butler County Times.
Okay.
Alright, but what can we search him? Okay, so nothing there. So, What was her name? Beth? Can I... Okay, nothing about her. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure her name was Beth. Oh, Susan, sorry. I was wrong.
Goodness gracious.
Susan.
Not Sue Sand.
Okay, no.
Can't find anything.
Nothing more about him.
Because who is he? Maybe periodicals?
Yeah, maybe just type his name into the periodicals. But this thing sometimes just does not want to highlight things for me.
Yeah,
okay, that's just about
school.
this. Yeah, this rest of the stuff wouldn't.
Maybe he was a teen idol.
Alright. So yeah, 1982. That is right after she no longer works there. And he passes away. So that's probably another one of the affairs?
Definitely one of the affairs.
Probably this one. Probably this one.
But we don't have pictures of either of them.
And it says that he will have a picture.
Yeah.
So there's something we can get off of him. Promise.
But where?
Can I, like, look up...
It's like, I wish we could look up,
Yeah, because I didn't press charging.
charges. Police records? But
I don't know how you would look up, yeah. Police.
Mugshot.
Nope. Sorry. The neighbors just keep randomly going, what the fuck? And like almost every time they say something really off the wall, it just kind of gets us for a second.
For those of you who couldn't hear that, everybody get naked.
I might have to close it. I'm not gonna be able to pay any attention. Hold on one second. Okay, alright, sorry, we're back. We've closed the window and I can't focus. They keep off the wall, random things are being said loudly from the neighbors.
Misty's like, why did you do this?
Can I like search the Hudson Wing at all?
Probably Hudson Wing vandalism. Or we look at, I don't know. Crimes.
Yeah, it just kind of keeps us taking us back here.
What else can we find here?
I assume she went back to her maiden name of Ford.
Yeah.
I feel like she went back to her maiden name of Ford. Thank you for the message, Chaos. Or Bear, whatever variation.
Bear of Chaos.
Because I think the math is math. Like, it's correct. Because she was the one that got the funding. And I have a feeling she's also... Because we know she started out as a teacher. She was the first teacher for the wing.
Yeah.
And so for the guy to deface that wing means that it has to be something to do with her and the one guy.
Because in 1982 is when the crime happened.
Yeah.
If we go to the list of people, and because I think they all have dates, right? Oh no, just the top one.
Just the top.
So we just know it's within that time zone.
So either it was the final affair and there's 2 kids, or the affair happened before the final affair. Okay.
Okay.
God, I feel like we've gotten nowhere.
Yeah.
We've gotten nowhere so fast.
I think the problem is we didn't do any of this last week, so...
Well, we keep hitting that wall where we know someone definitely had something to do with him. And we should be able to somehow pull more information out of this. But we're not able to.
Yeah.
What?
Cause does it mention? Cause it mentions the God, my brain, the donation to the school, right? Okay, and it's specific. Okay, yeah, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, and she had been working there. She started working there as a interpreter in 79 and stayed working there until she was no longer employed in 1982. And that was because she became the first teacher.
Yeah, she became a teacher.
Yeah, what's with the special management? Can't find anything about that, though.
Yeah, what?
I assume it's the people that are being trained to take over. Because it's always the person that's going to take over next. Is the special management.
Yeah. That sounds
Susan
about right.
Ford, why can't I find anything else about you?
Did you write books? Did you do this? Did you do that? Why can't we find a picture of you? There wasn't a bake sale at the school that you were a part of?
Yeah, like, there's not a single picture of you. You're the president of you're the principal of the school, and there isn't a picture of you on the website?
What about, not photo albums, yearbooks? What about a yearbook? Could we type in yearbook for...
Can I just type in this, or does this change anything?
Oh.
Okay, good.
Yay.
Great. Okay, Granite School of the Dead has been made a few odd appearances here and there in the Butler County Times since the 1990. It's not too many. You can't look at all of... Oh, it's not too many that you can't look at all of them, so you scroll through a few pages and manage to find some incredibly useful article. Isn't focused on the school itself. Local students provide key evidence in scientific study. Alright, so March of this year, 1999, mentions the Ford sisters, who attended the public school at Bounty County, are one of a only handful of identical twins in the world who suffer from two different genetic issues. Ford. She had twins. Okay.
Yep.
Their mother, Miss Susie Ford, who is a principal at the nearby school for the deaf, was originally contacted by researchers looking to identify if there were any sets of twins where one was born deaf and one was not. While she did not have any twins attending her school, she asked if her daughters, Melissa and Heather, could be useful, and it turns out they were. She says, it couldn't be any more different. My youngest, we call her that even though she's only by 15 minutes, is shy, but essentially has stopped running from the moment she learned to... Oh, hasn't stopped running since the moment she learned. Asthma has kept her sister off the soccer field, but she's the definition of extrovert and is even performing in the local production of Is There Life After High School later this year.
Oh, okay. So, I was about to say it's like...
So
okay,
that was the last affair then.
Yeah. Hey, we got pictures of twins, at least.
Yeah. Ford twins used a nationwide study of how allergies and other diseases affect twins differently. The twin on the left is holding an inhaler, and the twin on the right is holding an EpiPen.
Oh, okay. I was like, why is she holding $1?
It's an EpiPen, it's not $1, yeah. Because one has asthma, and one has allergy issues, I guess.
Yeah, because at first I thought they were talking about, like, like personality differences. And like that's not a thing. It's like the people, yeah, even twins are going to be different personality wise. But no, they were talking about genetics.
Okay. Yes. Hi, Chevy.
Hello.
All right. So, Is There Life After High School is a musical. It's quite obscure. Only appears on Broadway for like 17 performances after preview period. Nowadays, it's mostly performed by smaller theater troupes, including high school drama clubs. If you couldn't tell by now, a game designer by the name of Jeremy Johnson was in a musical theater for all 4 years of high school. There was one song from it that was somewhat surpassed its popularity of the rest of the musical called The Kids Inside. If you'd like to listen to it, I recommend Barely Manilow's version. If you've heard the song before, it's likely that cover. The entire musical deals entirely with the trauma and nostalgia that society collectively shares about their formative years, which feel appropriately thematic for this game. I've always thought that it was somewhat ironic that they had a high school theater club perform it, although. Anyways, the key word in that Butler County Time article was local. I do love Googling these things sometimes because it does give us some fun stuff. It does make me want to, No, okay. It's like, dude, you can only look this up in the...
So, local? That was the...
Yes, it's very small. We were not going to find any other information about it. Okay, is what they were saying. Okay.
All right. Oh, do we want to fix our board?
Yeah, well, here comes my issue.
Uh-oh.
Who is who? We know that the one that has asthma is the older sister.
Yes.
But we
what's her
don't
name?
we don't know which one is which.
Yeah.
But we know that the one that has asthma is in the performance. So maybe if we put in like, what if we put in Heather Ford in the thing? There we go. Okay, Heather Ford is the older sister.
Okay.
Which is, no, she has asthma. This one. Okay. Heather
Fjord.
Ford.
Fjord.
Fjord. Melissa. I immediately forgot it, but then I remembered. Ford. Okay. She is
Susan.
Susan Ford. And she married Thomason? Thomas Hughes.
No, we just need...
School. They're still teenagers.
No.
High school. They're teenagers. They're in high school. The kid is in a high school play. They're in high school.
Are they still in high school?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because that was from recent, I think.
Was that from recent, though?
Yeah. End of 1999.
Okay. Yeah, we're still in 1999. Okay.
Student, yeah. K through 9. K through 9.
And we can put their pictures in.
Yep. She's got the... Wait, no. Yeah. She's got the asthma. She's got the thing. Ooh! That means we had fixed correctly some of the other ones. Hey, we did fix them. Okay.
Finally.
Nice.
Freaking game is like, nope, they're not done.
Sam reached out to me finally. I think I have you to thank for that one.
You do.
My family's in a bit of a rough patch. Even though the candy is selling better than ever, everyone is fighting over the trust. The majority of us want to dissolve it. On paper, it seems like the right decision. The arguments about what to do next are endless and heated. More than a few Roottrees are worried about losing their wealth. I don't think we deserve it more than anyone else. I love my family, my wife, my daughters, even my son, who I hardly ever get to see. I want to keep them safe and secure, but I didn't do anything to deserve this fortune. Hell, I probably deserve it less than most. It took me way too long to get my life together.
That's for sure.
Wow, so
okay,
judgmental.
Enough about me. Here's the deal. I can't stop the majority from voting one way or another. If you keep passing along potential Roottrees, I'll keep adding them to the list. On the other hand, there's been some leaps forward in genetics. It may sound like science fiction, but we can actually determine who's in the family just by testing their DNA. What you've done so far has been very useful. Just keep filling out the tree and we'll prepare for the tests.
All right.
Okay,
And there's
so,
again some top secret.
yeah, you can open this envelope after the whole family tree has been filled out.
Yeah. All right. So the question is, where's a picture of Susan?
Yeah.
They got a picture of her kids. So she is a principal. So that's that.
Where can we go?
Yeah, so this is the Ford twins. Could I like Google the Ford twins maybe?
Maybe.
So they said they were like given a name. Yeah, the Ford sisters. No? Okay.
Maybe periodicals again? I don't know.
I don't know why there'd be something different. No, it just takes you back to this.
Yeah.
Okay, what if we do Miss Susie Ford? Takes you back to there. What if we do it at the no, not the library. The Spidey searches.
Spidey search. Spidey search.
Susan, we need a picture of you.
Oh, ads starting soon.
Alright. Oh, yeah, the ads are about to start. Who are you? Mark Clementine.
Right, he was one of the kids.
Yeah, the crocodile man. Right. Right. Yeah, because he was 1950. So he was yeah, in 75 he lost his job. So he was the
I think he was the kid.
He has something to do with over here.
Well,
Right.
That one. We think it's him.
It is. It's been marked in. It is him. Okay. So now we can put his picture in there.
Yeah.
But who did he marry? Because, yeah, we got the Billy Simmons. We looked up that. Yeah, because I think when we looked up Billy Simmons, it talked about... So I don't think they mention who the daughter was. But maybe if we look up the high school. Nope. Absolutely nothing of use.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just takes you back to here. And that's about the whole baby basket thing.
Because we can't use his name in the, like the music, because she was training them to be musicians, wasn't she?
Oh, so you think maybe use his name
in the music periodicals?
Well, we could try.
That's all I can think of.
Alright, looks like the ads are done. We just kind of get our... Missy, what are you doing?
Misty? Are you supposed to be there?
She's like, you see nothing. I'm not doing anything.
Misty. You gotta get down from there. Oh, we got something. We got a hit.
Okay. So the picture is kind of sleazy, so they're not afraid to publish a few details more about the reputable news about the Billy Sims incident. Okay, lovely, thank you. Billy Sims was once arrested for throwing a Molotov cocktail at a company that was found for testing their products on animals. According to the police report, Crocodile Clementine's bail was paid for by Tostarito Jacobson. It was fairly expensive.
Got a new name.
Mary. Because his daughter Mary was graduating that night.
Oh.
So maybe Mary Clementine we have to look up? Okay, well while we have this here, why don't we just... No. Even though she might not even be going by that name.
Yeah.
Mom might not even be... No, okay. So, well, we know that he has a daughter. Mary is young, so Mary has to be the second one. Well, that was graduation, though, so she's probably college now.
Yeah.
We'll put college for now. Though it was 94, I think that happened.
She could still be in college. She could be going for a master's degree.
That's true. All right, yeah. Who is this guy? Okay. Okay. So they offered free meals for life to anyone who legally changed their name to Tostarito. Tostarito is a burrito. Okay. According to a few different sources, she, Lucinda.
Oh.
Okay, so Lucinda is probably the wife, the ex-wife. I'm gonna say probably the ex-wife then. Oh. Or not? Not the ex-wife. Okay.
Who's Lucinda?
Yeah, who's Lucinda then?
Are we?
Unless they want me to put Lucy. But her name is Lucinda.
This page hasn't been updated.
Okay, so it's old. Oh shit!
Huh?
This is the church thing! This is the church thing from the original!
Oh.
Lucinda! Because of Helen. Right. I'm gonna put article about Edith Jacobson. Also mentions Helen Roottree and Lucinda Jacobson. Because when she was 18, Edith and her sister Lucinda were arrested for trespassing at the church. They were pretending to be church employees to get inside for the weekly tithings. The church didn't press charges. They were caught by Helen Roottree. And I think Edith... Didn't Edith end up part of the family? Yeah, she married...
Yeah.
Okay, so the sister, the aunt, the sister of her bailed out him?
Wait.
Meaning...
Is she Lucy? Is the mother Lucy?
Yeah, it's confusing.
Could try. I don't know.
Because she's married to what would be his brother. His, like, stepbrother. Because Edith is married to the son of Miracle. But we know
And
Miracle
had an affair.
and it might be these two. But it's not fully sure if they were actually just, you know, babies that were...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that just took us for like a whirl. Meaning he knows about his kids. At least the family. That part of the family must know then.
Yeah.
If the sister of one of their brothers, like stepbrothers, like sister-in-law, was the one that bailed him out. Interesting. That's confusing. But again, oh, maybe because I need to put Tustada? No, I can't put Tustada.
Even though it changed their name legally, it's not Luce. Did we spell Luce? Like, were we spelling that right?
I'm pretty sure I just put in T-O.
No, I mean Luce, the other name, her original name.
It only brings up Lucy, which, again, Lucy can be a... Lucinda and Lucy can be, you know...
Yeah, but they want...
But they want the full names, that's why I'm confused. Hello, welcome! Thank you for the raid. Hello, welcome in. We're playing some Roottree today. We're solving many mysteries.
Hello.
Hello, welcome in. We're unlocking the family tree. How's it going?
We're unlocking infidelity.
How's it going, Echo? Brings her microwave tea. How's it going? How's it going? Yes, we have a raid. We need to throw out all the things for Echo. Lunos might be on it. I have a feeling Lunos is on it.
Oh yeah? Well, that's probably for the best.
But yeah, how's it going? How was your stream? Hopefully it was a good one. Microwave tea is evil. Yeah, I can't imagine microwaving. I guess I could imagine microwaving the water, but the idea of putting tea in the microwave as well is a strange thing in my brain. I don't. Oh geez, Nerf, what is that?
What did Nerf do?
Ah, you were arting today. There's suddenly so many things happening on my screen. I cannot keep up with what's going on. He somehow made Seribot say something too? I'm so confused. So many things are happening right now. You were testing out some new drawing software? Ooh. What new drawing software were you testing out? That sounds like fun. I keep telling myself I need to sit down and stream my drawing stuff. I was going to yesterday and then I didn't. Why confused? You did a Seribot thing. I didn't even know that existed.
You need to go over your manual for
Nerf's stealing my job. That's what happened. Well, it also doesn't tell me what they're playing. The Nightbot one tells me what they're playing. The Siri one doesn't say what they were playing. So then I don't know. I would have to look it up. Clip Studio Paint. I normally use Procreate. Oh, yeah. I love Clip Studio. That's what I use. That's what I use. I've been using it for a while. It's a lot of. It's really nice. I was a Photoshop girly before that, and,
and
then I did. Well, yeah, it's Adobe Photoshop. That's
well,
what
I mean,
Photoshop
like, and then
is.
Adobe did stupid shit like,
well, yeah.
Hey, let's.
So then I kind of did Psy for a long time there, but I kind of wanted something that was a little bit closer to like. Okay, Nerf. There's just so much information. Why is? I don't know what that. So it just linked everybody. It's a multi-shout out. Okay, that's so confusing. Okay, interesting. We're learning new things today suddenly. I need to learn how to use it. Yeah, it can take a little bit. Because I know Procreate is quite different. I've never used Procreate though. Nerf's just shouting all of us out. Okay, that's what's happening. Yeah. I love Clip Studio. But yeah, I've never used Procreate, so I don't really know the difference too much. I just wanted something that was a little bit more like Photoshop in a way. And so when I found out about Clip Studio, I picked it up. And I have picked up the other versions of it now. Yep, it's what I drew this model on. This model was fully drawn on Clip Studio Paint. And then rigged up on the one thing that I've forgotten the name of right now. Brain's working great today, if you can tell. But I'm here with my husband, 2D. Wind.
Right? No, that's not it. Live 2D?
Yeah, Live 2D. I think. Yeah, blending is really blending hasn't I've really enjoyed the blending shit in Clip Studio. It's been really nice shading. Shading has been a fun time in Clip Studio.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Raven. Yes. Normally on Fridays, but I had my first physical therapy appointment on Friday, so we were not able to do our stream on Friday. So on his next day off, Sunday, we decided to do our stream so that we continue Roottree. I will warn before we jump back into it, I've just left this hilarious thing about Tostrito up because that was just great. It could just stay up. We are very deep into this game. I have finished the first portion of the game, and now I'm on I guess like the second act. The second like DLC for it or something, kind of. We're on Roottree Mania now. Yes, go feed yourself. Yes. I understand. I am always someone that has to run at the end of stream after I raid to feed myself because I always end at 12 o'clock. And I'm like, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So yeah. Nick not ready for Warframe today. No clue, waiting here since 9 my time. Did you actually message him? Because I know he's been sitting I thought in a chat with Carl, but now I'm wondering if he forgot to log off and Carl's just sitting in there silently by himself. I don't know.
Unless they both forgot to log out.
Or they're both playing Diablo right now and forgot about Warframe.
You'll have to message him.
Yeah. All right, but to warn everyone, in case, mini spoilers ahead, since I'm really deep into this game. But if you don't care and you want to be confused along with us, come right ahead. Be confused with us. Okay, so
right now we're trying to discover infidelity.
Lots of infidelity. That's all this is. All of this is infidelity that we got to figure out.
Currently, we're trying to find pictures of people.
Yeah. Our current problem is Susan we don't have a picture of. We don't...
Like, in some
we
names
can't figure it out what the wife's name is, because Mary might not be a Clementine. But we know it's Mary, so it's like we can at least do that.
Yeah.
I don't know what Lucinda's got to do with any of this. Though that would be really crazy if the sister of the other guy ended up marrying, so they both ended up marrying one of Miracle's kids. That'd be crazy.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. That's what's confusing. Ooh, what if I put the tostada back in?
Tostada. Can you find it?
Like at news time. Maybe there's something somewhere about... No. I hate when we kind of end up in a circle and end up back where we were. Alright, come back to this. Brother, he showed up because his daughter was graduating that night.
Oh, does it say what school?
Well, we already knew the school. Remember, I already searched the school.
Right. Well, can we look up... No.
Well, you want to try to search it in here?
Maybe?
Well, they said it was from San Diego, so I don't think it's from Butler County.
Yeah.
Because it was a school in San Diego. Oh, I invited Chevy. Oh yeah, you don't have to message him. You don't have to message him if you want, but if he thought you were gonna let him know when you got home, then he's waiting for you to let him know that you got home. But if he said like he would get back to you, then yeah, he forgot. The report really sounds It's like we got somewhere and then got nowhere all at once.
Yeah. It's like we found something, but we can't figure out how that helps us.
Yeah, it didn't actually take us anywhere. Oh, the inn is not on there. The inn is not on there.
Yeah. Okay. What else?
Back here. Okay.
And we always have the duck in case we need it. But...
Okay, Regina. There still says there's something here. Still says there's something else missing, yeah. Did we put... Yeah, we did put his wife in. We're good there. This is all the information I have about Regina Clementine. From New Orleans, Louisiana, and her husband, Stuart Clementine. She wrote about a month ago. Apparently the Roottree lawyers went after her since then. By the time I received the letter, she called her. She could not cooperate anymore. Stuart's mother was Mary Beth Clementine. She is a well-known singer. That she came to... Oh no, that's just... Unless I'm supposed to be... looking this up. No, we've looked this up.
Yeah.
Did we look up the book in the actual thing?
Oh.
Is that what it wants us to do? Is it that we just haven't looked it up in the library?
Maybe. Uh-oh. Did you not?
It didn't save. It didn't copy? Copy. There we go. Okay, no. Alright. Okay, we did because we got the weird selections from the book.
Okay.
Okay, so we did do that. We did do that. Then what is else coming from this?
Just search every word.
Maybe I'm supposed to be looking up... When was the last time we actually just searched Miracle Church? No? No. Okay. Unless we search Stuart Clementine?
Maybe.
God, do I want to try to type that? Not really.
Yeah, probably not.
Or it's just pointing at the Mary Beth part of it all again. Yep, so he's still, yeah, he's just a police officer. Like, maybe there was something about him. No. Yeah, he's pretty much kept out of everything, is what we've learned. Alright, Wynn's had to step away for a second, but he just said I could keep going. I could keep down the searching path. There's gotta be something. Is it that I need to be looking at her in, like, other... Is there something we've, like, missed somewhere? It's like, how do we end up finding what her actual name is? Because part of it is we don't know what her actual name is. Why can't I move all of a sudden? My chair won't move. Getting trapped. I was. My chair wouldn't move. I was like trapped in one location. I was like, why is the chair not moving? What am I trapped on? I don't know. Okay, what if we do this, search this again? I think it was just about the name. Yeah, it was just about the name. And says the first edition was originally published before she legally changed her name. So it's like, it's out there somewhere, they're saying. Yeah, because they said the Holy Grail is the re-release of the old rugged cross, and she says the first edition was originally published before she legally changed her name. But when you try to search the old rugged cross, maybe in the periodicals? This is modern music, I don't think. Oh! Oh! Oh, I think I finally found it! Mary Beth Quaker. So she just changed her last name. Okay. Oh, we did it. We found her last name. We did it. We found her original last name. It was just her last name that was changed. Okay. Oh god, the damn Susan thing. How do I find a picture of Susan? Because it's Christine and Susan. We don't have pictures for them. And all I know about Christine is that she too had twins. Oh, I guess it's the thought process that twins runs in the family. Because he's a twin and two of his affairs had twins. Thank you for the head pats. I will hydrate and stretch. Okay, we'll do the stretch. Oh, right. I'm supposed to do this other stretch too. Hold on. Because I was told to do this other stretch as often. So anytime someone does the stretch break, I'm going to do the other stretch too. Outside of the stretching up. Because I do a lot of stretching up and back. I have to do the special stretch, yes. I was told to stretch my back in other ways. So I gotta do that too. I did that too, because I need to. Yeah. Well, normally when I stretch up. You guys can't see it, but I stretch my hands up above my head and get all the muscles pulled up. And then normally I stretch, you know, from one side. I twist to one side of the chair and I twist to the other side of the chair. But the physical therapist says I should be like leaning down, you know, and doing like that roll to the ground type thing, where you're sitting and you like reach for the ground with your handsies. So I was like, okay, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that to try to help keep the muscles moving. Hi, Creation! You are here. We've found some information. We have found some information. You are lucky that we just did a lot of reading so far. Because we did read through the confidential thing, and it was just a lot of names. It's mostly just a lot of names, and only some of them mean anything. But we did fill out a little bit more. We got this stuff right, finally. We found out his last affair was with Susan Ford, and he had twins. Twins seem to run in the family because he was a twin, and I don't know if these guys were twins or not. I don't know if like but she had twins. And then he had 2 sets of twins out of all of his affairs. Twins run in the family, man. The answer to if you have a stomach ache, diarrhea, so you have to constantly sneeze. Oh no. the generational feud type stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. Because the first was figuring out the main family tree, and then it was like, oh, actually, now that the book came out about the family secret, all of these people are coming out, and it ends up Guy Hudson in a spree of from 75 to 82 had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 affairs, maybe more. These are only the affairs that brought kids into it. And we figured out her. She's here with the twins. And then now we know the other twins. I have a feeling this is, her. I don't know why he's there, but he's not there. I'm pretty sure it's the kid that she had. Lang Xingyu. I have a feeling... What is she? Was she a scientist? What was she? Entrepreneur. Is there like entrepreneur? Maybe manufacturing? Yeah, I don't know what you would consider her job. Okay, so let's re-find her again. Because she's running the company. Is there like a... There's got to be a better one. She's a businesswoman. They just keep calling her a businesswoman. Oh, CEO. Okay, so she's the CEO. Okay, there we go. We got it. CEO. Because it very much seems like she had an affair and... Unsure how to find any information about her sister, though. Oh, should we search these logos? Can I go on quilts? I can use the quilts. Although there was a listed on the website, does not have much of a connection. Okay, and then what about the piece of Asia? I guess we can search that too. Okay. This is the American arm of the Lang Tang in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. According to their site, the Thai is Lang Thai, translate to peaceful, so they choose their name in America to match. There was a lot of companies listed here, too many to investigate, as very few of them have any relevance. It seems Piece of Asia is nearly as accomplished as Lang Thai. They offer fabrics and cloths over the wholesale price and does not. Okay, so business is said to be owned by a husband and wife, Jerry and Linda Han. Their Chinese names are listed there too. Using the online, it's Han Junwei and Lang Xingyao.
Okay. Can we look up these names?
Because she's Xingyu.
Yeah.
Okay. And we know that she supposedly did IVF for her sister. So maybe Ling Zhao is her sister? Okay, that just goes there. Oh, that just goes here.
Maybe in the periodicals? Business?
Maybe?
Business watch.
Briefly, okay. About an article in vitro fertilization. Also, I found her name finally.
Yeah, I saw that.
I found her name finally. Okay, this is brand new, about a year old. After the first successful IVF birth in 1978, it seemed like the industry began to grow. Okay, so yeah. Apparently, at the time, the CEO of the Lang Hongbao, and his youngest daughter and her husband could not have children. So, in an attempt to create a suitable heir, he paid to have their child implanted in the oldest daughter, who was unmarried. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So this gets us there, but who's the child? What's this name then, I guess? Okay, Kijins.
It's a medical company in both US and China.
Made international news in 1994 after a whistleblower came forward. Apparently, their services were in some cases falsified.
Ooh.
While they did often perform IVF, the whistleblower proved that a few of their customers paid in a very different service, an alibi. The company would claim they performed IVS on someone who was already pregnant and create a cover story for high-profile families who did not want to give up the children, but did not want the shame of an unmarried mother. The whistleblower claimed that they had helped to do that at least 6 times, but only proved a case, the daughter of an American politician who was unrelated to your investigation. It was shut down, and they left. Okay. So that is now pointing to the fact that, yeah, probably this was fake. So can I find any other information about her from anywhere else?
Because is this the sister, or is this...
Yeah, this is the sister, because from that I was able to find...
So not the oldest sister, the youngest sister.
Well, yes, the young, but it said, again, it was implanted into the older sister who was unmarried.
Well, but if we want to find the daughter's name, we would probably want to focus on...
Yeah.
Who the parents are.
Yeah.
God,
so maybe...
That's gotta be fucked up.
Maybe look up him in the Prodigals?
Maybe it doesn't just show the same thing.
Well, he didn't come in the one thing for anything. Nope.
And then Rusty's getting angry. He's getting very vocal.
Well, you opened up the door and he's not allowed to leave, so
yeah.
He's getting upset about it. Said they're in Pittsburgh. Oh, maybe look up Jerry Han.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Because they go by
Jerry and Linda.
Okay, so Jerry Han. Ah, ha ha, ha ha. Okay.
Ha ha ha.
Alright, so yada yada.
Jerry, Linda, and Mark. What? Rusty?
Rusty, we did not need the light on.
He's like, it's too dark, guys.
That scared the living crap out of me.
Yeah. Hey. Don't learn a new trick.
Okay, meanwhile, my sister stayed in China and thrived there. She doesn't even like visiting us in the U.S. anymore.
Oh.
Ow.
Sorry? No, we definitely do not need him learning how to turn on the light, especially at night.
Bye, Shai. Chevy.
Bye,
Have
Chevy.
a good day. Except Luna's. the silly little war. The silly little war that's going on. So Mark Hahn must be.
Yeah, but then.
But Mark Hahn.
But what does he do? And is it Mark, or is that just the English version?
Mark, we never even considered giving him a traditional name. Okay. Meanwhile, my sister stayed in China and it's okay. Yeah, when we had Mark, we never even considered giving him a traditional name.
So it's just Mark. Okay.
Yeah. Mark couldn't wait to travel abroad as soon as he was old enough. He's actually in business school in China right now. When is this? I guess this is current.
Yeah, so this would be... So he'd be in college. We just don't have a picture of him.
Yeah. So the sister did have a child called Lucy. But the question is that just a kid she's had afterwards? I wonder.
Maybe.
Okay, so Mark.
How do we find Mark? Well, unless we're gonna look into business periodicals, it's all I can guess.
Yeah, because it's the sister who was obsessed with Robert Redford and had a Butch Cassidy poster and loved the idea of the USA, but she's the one that stayed.
I wonder if it's because... It's like... if it was the whole affair thing?
Well, yeah, she started running the company and everything and became the CEO of it, so that might have been...
But she's never gone to visit her family in America.
Oh, hi, Mark? What? I'm missing a joke, I'm guessing.
I think he's making a reference to a movie called The Room.
Oh.
You probably heard of it. It's the weird... It's a bad movie. It's where you get the "You're tearing me apart, Lisa" quote. I don't know how much pop culture you've absorbed.
Team Time Claw. Lucy's part of a small women's in Los Angeles called Gin and Tonics. Is it actually Lucy? It's college a cappella. Okay. Maybe someday. It doesn't seem okay, so she's in the song like... Oh god.
Oh boy. I guess we can also...
Oh geez.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here's the question. How much is this important?
Well, Like the Wind is not even listed in this. I'm so confused. Okay. Like the opening phrase. Okay.
Subways of your mind.
Okay. After searching a combination of Like the Wind and attempting to narrow it down, the research that include Roottrees, you find that an obscure Irish band called U2 once cited that FEX and Jim and Diamond as inspirations. As far as you can tell, neither FEX nor Subways have anything to do with your search, and seeing U2 is relatively unknown to anyone outside of Dublin. The connection seems to be an odd coincidence. Oh, that is great.
This unknown band called U2.
Yeah, this unknown band.
I don't think they're gonna make it.
It's just odd coincidence. It's just some weird little band from...
I doubt one day they'll take one of their albums and force it on everybody through some sort of electronic music store.
Okay. Corporate sim. Okay, I guess check her.
Sure. Corporate.
I wonder if I'm supposed to be putting in Lucy Lang here.
Maybe.
So they're saying because he's a lead synergy engineer who is listed as being ranked 1 at the top facilitators in the world. Okay. Cool. Try Talonclaw? Is there pictures on Talonclaw?
Team Talonclaw.
Mid-Eastern University, the robot called Talonclaw that has been selected for the appearance of the British television show blurb about fighting robots. Okay. The bottom traveling members of the Talonclaws were listed. Supporting members Lucy Lang. Okay. Great. Yet not a single one of these had any pictures of Lucy Lang, huh?
Probably. I didn't notice if it popped up anything.
No, it never said it.
Lucy Lang, or do we? I thought we wanted Mark.
I'm starting to wonder if Lucy Lang is what we want. We can find way more about Lucy here.
I guess.
This is watching for corporate synergy, execution unlimited. She's article consultants. Each person in the article has a small bio section followed by a larger section, which is why they were chosen. She's the oldest of 4 children.
Oh.
Okay. That's why
That's why we're finding more of her than Mark.
Yeah. So
I thought Mark was the oldest, but I guess
no.
not.
It seems like Lucy. So Lucy is who we want. So she grew up in a small Arkansas town, oldest of 4 children. She's only the second person in her family to ever have left the state since her grandparents relocated in the 1900s. She earned her degree from the prestige New York College and started as a junior whatever. Now at age 32, she's the largest lead synergy. One of the top facilitators in US due to her work in merging between 2 regional dial-up service providers. As direct result, the new company managed to eliminate over 200 redundant positions. Okay, this is great, but still not a single picture of her.
Well, she was in music, right? You kind of skipped that one.
She was like old school music, so. But I think she was just a small band. She wasn't like a.
Yeah.
What if I search this in the prodigals? I assume this is gonna be the same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe like in one of the weird magazines or something. No.
Old school music, so the 90s. You shut your mouth, you child. But no.
What?
Nerf was saying old school music, so the 90s? When you said old... I mean, technically this is the 90s.
No, it could not be. You can't say that. We are literally in 1999. So no, the 90s is not old. The 90s is current. So no, actually no, you're incorrect.
Be worse if he said so old music, like in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, the 2000s is now considered old music, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But few high-profile companies listed on the site as former clients recognize their names, but none of them are related. But fucking Lucy Lang is. Give me her goddamn picture.
Okay.
Give me her goddamn picture. Give me her goddamn picture. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. She was in an a cappella group and they don't even have her picture there. Like, what?
God, where can we go? Oh, did we look up gin and tonic in the periodicals?
Maybe that's what we need.
The gin and tonics.
Okay.
Use fuck you.
How about News Time? How about Bacardi? How about the Silver Screen? How about the Starlit? How about Team Blast?
Team Blast.
No.
Every time Team Blast pops up, all I can imagine is Strong Bad yelling yelling the Team Girl Squad.
And I tried searching the Boca. Boca gets you nowhere. Oops.
Spider, why you make this hard?
Yeah, it's just... It's like she did all of these things and she doesn't have her picture anywhere. It's listed that she's the fucking like chief engineer of this company, but they don't have her picture there. Why would they have what she is but not a picture of her?
Oh, was your vote today? What the fuck is this emote? Did you not put...
Why did I have this emote? What is the emote from?
I don't...
Oh, what the heck?
I don't know. He's got a yandere thing.
Yeah. She's 15 years younger than me. She's graduating from uni. It's so weird.
Yeah. My nephews and nieces are all adults.
Yeah, that's a... Well, no, one nephew is not.
Oh, well...
You have a third nephew now, thank you.
That's true. That is true.
All of your sister's children are
adults.
Are adults now. All of them can drink. They're all old enough to drink. That's the weirdest part.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Wow. I'm about to throw up hands though at this game. Why? So it's Lucy. It's Lucy.
Yeah, it's Lucy, not Mark. And can we? It was head engineer or something?
Yeah, she's an engineer. So I assume I'm gonna find an engineer.
No.
What? She's an engineer. This game is killing me right now.
What?
Okay, hold on.
So lead synergy engineer. How is engineer?
Is she not? She's the oldest though. I'm about to lose it. I'm about to lose it. No, my sister's staying in China. Okay. She started calling. Okay. See what I don't understand. They say our niece. So maybe Lucy Lang is not. Lucy Lang is Mark. No, but Mark is Han. For it to be Lang, it's her family. I am so confused. No, so the name change apparently drove my sister absolutely loco. Wait, I am so confused. I thought the sister didn't have any kids, but Lucy Lang is the oldest of 4. So was one of those Lucy Langs not the right Lucy Lang?
This is confusing.
I am very confused. Because it sounded like the whole point was their kid. So it would be Mark. So we were right on Mark then.
Betty.
Oh, it's the dog. I was like, what the heck is that noise I keep hearing? What?
Half his animals are addicted to crack. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Why are animals addicted to crack?
I think Nerf is losing. Oh, Rimworld. Okay. In Rimworld. Yeah, you need to emphasize there a little. You gotta emphasize a smidge there.
Oh, ads are starting soon.
So maybe it is. I'm so confused. Maybe it is Mark.
But we can't find anything on either.
No, I can't find a goddamn thing on either of them. It's like, I started being able to find stuff on Lucy, so I thought maybe Lucy was it. But
we can't find anything on Mark anyway.
And I can't find a picture of Lucy, and it doesn't let me put engineer, and she's literally an engineer.
It's like, is she not an engineer anymore? But we're not seeing anything that says that.
Okay, no, that just sends us to this. What if I look up Linda other places? What if I try Linda other places? Okay, this is new. Okay, we're good. We got something new here. Nothing to expert the first mention. Chronicles of Jerry Han has traveled from China to open the company, which is connected to the much larger company overseas called Lang Tai, that has connections to the Roottree. It is not a factory. It is simply imports and distributes the product. It also mentioned that Jerry is the son-in-law of the current leader, Lang Tai. As someone close to the family who learned English in school, he is naturally raised through the ranks as it expanded their reach to America. Although Jerry's wife, Linda, doesn't speak English at all, she is currently taking classes and is teaching her at home. He says she is the fastest learner, and he hopes that she'll at least be at least conversational by the time she gives birth. According to the article, this is not the first time that they were in Butler. They visited in the 70s with the rest of the leadership when trying to court the Roottrees.
Okay. First trip wasn't covered in the newspaper, sure.
They're like, we looking at the... No? Because they... Okay. I don't know how this helped us at all.
I don't know.
How did that help me? I don't feel like it did. I don't think it did help me. I think that just made me more confused than I was already confused.
It didn't help at all.
Yeah, it didn't help at all. It's quite rude.
We didn't just miss it saying that a picture popped up.
No pictures have popped up this entire time. Still got 2 from the plated loaf. But obviously we don't have the pictures of her or the kids.
Yeah.
Like, we're struggling this time to get pictures of anybody.
This one is definitely harder.
Yeah, we are definitely slowly... This is killing me. There's 8 things about this.
About this fucking demonic fish toy. I'm sorry, potentially demonic fish toy.
Cicely Sanchez, you're killing me.
Portrait of a changed man.
Because I think we tried looking both of these up.
Did we? I don't remember. We could try again.
Oh, it didn't copy the name. It didn't copy the name when I...
Of course it didn't. Why would it do that?
Yeah, because this one was out of print.
Okay, yeah.
It's about the story of the guy that was saved from drowning in his backyard. And then...
Foreign Gospel.
It's also out of print. Which was about the whole Thailand thing and the Catholic Church or whatever.
Yeah. The guy claims that God told him to go to Thailand to convert people.
Yeah, but we weren't sure how to get... Where does the back not take you actually back? Yeah, we just kind of keep walking in this circle that we are currently walking in. Alright, let's go back to the prodigals. And try to search her again. Everywhere. Okay. So the lawsuits between Ruby Spratt and the Ticket magazine surrounding Cicely Sanchez. They said that Cicely did not have the right to distribute the photos. Apparently announced that they would be pulling their issue the following day, the moment that the Ruby Legal Enterprises threatened them. They issued this caused the issue to sell out faster than any other magazines in history, though only for a day. Even people that would never have normally purchased it went out to buy one just in case it was worth something someday. Okay. But unlikely that her story would have been pulled if it had gotten to court. Like, they got more eyes on it than it would have been if they just ignored it. But again, it makes it sound like there's just a whole bunch of them out there that we could be able to look at.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no.
Yeah. Unfortunately, nothing comes up. Like, maybe I'm supposed to look up Ruby Spratt? I don't know if I've ever actually looked her up. Oh yeah, no. This sounds familiar. Yeah, she's pretty exclusive. Pretty elusive. And she's the lawyer. Yeah, this was the old version of that he started it, that they're the ones looking over the clan's trust. Yeah, that's just about the lawsuit. Yeah. Unless it'd be like, because I tried like Googling
Like Guy Hudson lawsuit? I don't.
oops. was a few years ago, most of it was dirty after the fancy flavors tobacco. Died in a car crash. I don't know, unless we just Google him? Like, just start looking in things? Yeah, this was the outdated.
Yeah, outdated information.
Rusty. Yep, this is just about how he died.
Okay. I know, buddy.
This is about the whole 5 Pez thing. Yeah, and you can't find anything about this darn. Then obviously, yeah, nothing else would have anything about him. Yeah, I just don't... I don't even know if doing the hint thing would actually help. I guess we could try it.
Yeah, try it.
Alright, we'll give it a try.
If you're completely try.
What?
You haven't searched what?
Everything on the list.
What are we missing?
I don't know. Oh no, man.
6 pieces. Like literally the list itself, like 6 pieces. The Roottree riff.
No, I'm pretty sure we did. I can Google again though.
Yeah, buddy.
6 pieces, that's just about...
Yeah, that's the new stuff.
Yeah, the rift. Yeah, because this was the whole thing where that the announcement was premature and it was actually both of them. I guess we could search the indecisitis. So the indecisitis was a disease coined by a popular sketch show as part of a fake pharmaceutical there we go, advertisement for Chit Together. While the segment isn't fully about the Roottree candy company, it was released in weeks after their bizarre response to the release of 6 pieces by Sam Madison. In the sketch, the woman ordered number 5 at the drive-thru, and when pulling forward, she changed her mind at the window and switched to number 3, which caused a lengthy back-up and annoyance among the restaurant's employees and other patrons. After pulling away, the employees began helping other customers. The same woman then barged into the restaurant and passed the current line, loudly complaining that she didn't receive the number 5. Okay. Does this have anything to do with anything? It claims the woman has suffering from indecisitis, makes it really hard to severely change. Has recently been found severely hindering the leaders of large corporations, but could spread to humans. They get it together.
That is kind of funny. It is affecting leaders of large corporations, but could affect humans.
Yep. A final testimony including a bald man in silhouette with a voice changer saying, "I'm not comfortable sharing who I am. I am comfortable saying that before I took over my family's candy business, I really should have gotten my jit together." Yeah, no, it was very much about that.
Could affect CEOs and humans too. That's a good joke. 5 Pez.
Unless we're just supposed to
Clark Rack.
Google him?
Yeah.
Have we just not Googled him? Is that what's going on here? Yeah. No, we definitely...
Because what are we missing?
Okay, after in the wake of the alarm was tracked down by a reporter as being in one of the most upscale memory care facilities in Pittsburgh. She's Relocated suffering from Alzheimer's. Okay.
We don't need to like look up things like a life between wars, do we?
We did the whole Roottree mania. The 5 paths. We looked up the Anami mom. I look up Clan's Trust again. Unusual legal arrangement, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we've looked at this before. There's more stuff to look up from... No, so it's the same thing. Like, we looked up the Anami mom,
Did
unless
we look up Jane Doe? That would be under the,
Yeah, because Jane Doe Roottree. And that's where we got the one thing from. Okay, so Nami mom worked as a manager at the department store in North Carolina. Her daughter's name was Courtney May. They also said that the woman that vouched for her famous cover story, they did not identify it on the story, is Kareen S. And that she has filed for bankruptcy. The article speculates that Nami mom and Karina were in on it together. But then we've learned that Kareen, because Kareen is the lady that worked for.
Kareen S.
Because I'm pretty sure that's...
Stalwarts.
Which we looked her up. And it's people harassing her and her being like, I have nothing to actually do with this.
Yeah.
And just wanting her life to be normal. Oops. It's Christine is the one that we know was one of the other ones that actually was the secretary and her. But obviously we are missing one more person. Which might have to do with the Mexico one?
South America.
Yeah.
Was it Cuba? No, I don't think it was Cuba. I might be wrong. It might be Cuba. It was definitely in South America.
Oh, Brazil.
Brazil, there we go.
It was the Brazil one. Yeah, because that's
because we found out there was...
Because that Star.
The Star is, what's his face? 5 Pez.
No, this guy. The anchor. Remember? The whole citrus conversation came from this guy.
Right. I forgot about citrus. Wow, I really blacked that out, didn't I?
You did very much black that one out.
Flavio, sorry.
Flavio.
The young Brazilian newscaster with a bit of a cult following.
Yes, Sonia.
Sonia.
Which I guess means
Maybe that's her?
this is Sonia here, probably. What was his last name?
Flavio Soares.
Soares.
So...
Soares. He is a
news anchor.
news anchor.
He's good.
Alright, and then we have
Sonia.
Sonia. And then we're gonna have to get her old last name.
Yeah. But her name wasn't in the list of employees, was it?
No, she was the daughter or sister or something of she was one of the people that he met when he went to Brazil. She's a family member of the thing.
Okay.
Because of the fan fictions. That's where the thing happened. Yeah, no. Okay, so yeah, she's just nothing. They refer to in his mother's name, Sonia. God, we have to get back to her though, is the problem.
Yeah.
My Christmas is the yeah, the maple fire.
So there was, yeah, because there was the maple fire, and then there was a union busting,
Yeah.
which I think involved just shooting the employees.
Yes, involved all of, well, no, the second strike just revolved all of the workers being replaced.
Okay. I mean...
Because there was the fire, and then there was, the strike. They did not shoot all of the factory workers. They fired them.
Okay, well, look, I'm just going off of history
Jeez.
in South America of companies deciding, hey...
In the 90s? In 1995, would they really be taking a whole bunch of factory workers and just shooting them? Vocally, out loud, for public to see and know?
I think... what's that banana company's name? Chica Banana?
I don't know. I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
They had to change their name because of that getting out, and I think they still did it up to the 90s.
Ah.
Who?
Edson.
Was a Brazilian
Who had a
politician.
daughter,
Okay, so...
I think. No, his wife. That's right. That's right. His wife.
Yes.
But the problem is, again, no pictures
Yeah.
of any of this.
Did we look? Because did we look
So
up?
I gotta put this in here.
Yeah. Edson. Soares.
Soares. Which supposedly he has a picture of too.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to look him up in the Prodigals?
Yeah.
Sure, we'll look in the music one. He's not going to be in there, but you know.
You never know.
No, I'm not finding him anywhere.
That'd be funny if he was in Teen Blast. Oh.
Yeah, no, that's
this
just
was the
talking
game
about
designer
the place.
being like, look, I was just looking things up. I don't know the history. Please don't get mad at me.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not trying to make anyone mad. I just kind of chose a place. All right. So this is a form of television instead of a different network. Okay. Oh.
What are we missing? Part of me is like, should I just look up keywords for this in like the one list that we're missing one?
Yeah, I'm not. This is just about someone wrote about it. She ran. The last information we have on her was she was in charge of the television station. I don't know what I would put her as. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, these are all like I could try to hit this again, but I don't know if it's gonna give me something different.
You found a lot of important information in your
These
last
hints are
investigation. Now
so freaking unhelpful.
okay, I guess hit it again.
I don't. This is getting us nowhere.
Yeah.
The hint system is not helping. Yep, nope, okay. Charity. Did we look at the charity? I feel like we did. It's created the shares as the inheritance of the sisters. They were still alive. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is the whole... From the Roottree, they did the thing. I guess just search. The original Eliza Roottree.
Elias, what did you do?
Yep, and the Bess Williams stuff has been taken down. Which we never ended up figuring that out either. Man, this is taking us in circles, is what's happening. Yeah, all of these are old, none of these are new, nor is there anything there. I spelled it wrong. Yeah, she was the one that wrote the thing, and then the whole library thing. Cuba by Cubans. Okay. Yeah, the statue of the unknown author, which we already figured that out. We know who that was.
Okay. Yeah. So look up. Wait. Go back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Longer exists. You find multiple libraries. System in Miami. Did we?
Okay. No.
Yeah. Did we look up that one? Miami Sunday.
That doesn't give us anything.
You find.
Maybe it was in the protocols that we found. I feel like we found something about the library again at some point. Gosh, I keep randomly sneezing.
Go back to the Miami one. The Miami print. The Miami Sunday. Sorry.
Oh. Search the Miami Sunday? Circles you find online is merged with the protocols to become.
Yeah, maybe we'll look at that one. Okay.
Yeah, it's the outcome of merging two smaller filling newspapers. It resulted in just a large one.
So, with another one, so I guess Miami Mercury? Because that would be... Oh, there we go. We got a new periodical.
Oh. Okay, so now we can look at the library in that. There's an article about Bess Williams section in the library built in 1928. It mentions Bess's young son, now orphan, was in attendance during the thing.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, because she died young.
Yeah. Wildcat construction. Nope, it doesn't have anything.
Maybe in the periodical of the Miami.
Yeah. I might just send us back to this though. Oh no. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, we're fighting.
Okay.
We finally made some headway, guys.
Frank Wildcat Williams.
What a name. Frank Wildcat.
Yeah. Now him and his wife Ophelia carry on with fellow soldiers. Okay. Okay, this is great. Communities of unwelding and okay. Source for the politicians. This doesn't tell us anything. Because it was Bess Williams, right?
Oh,
God. Yeah, Bess Williams.
Yeah.
So Frank must be the kid. The son. Okay, Frank Wildcat Williams. It's over here.
Yeah. So Frank
Williams, which I guess we're gonna have to look him up.
Yeah.
Sonia? No. What's her? Ophelia?
Yes, it was Ophelia. Yeah,
Ophelia. For now, I'll just put Williams, I guess.
Yeah. And it looks like at some point...
Construction. Okay.
They adopted a child.
Guardian or adoption, yeah. Okay. It's focused on creating opportunities for soldiers finding difficulties getting back to normal. Ophelia has handled outreach to wives of local veterans who often able to provide insight on their husbands' needs and conditions. She has, through the outreach, found 13 veterans of war to serve as employees. Okay, the community has supported unending, overwhelming positivity. Has gotten to the point that Frank bids on projects other local companies decide to step back and let his soldiers handle it. This has become a sore spot for the local politicians and business owners, as the bids are often not as low as they expected. The problem for them is that essentially Frank has a selective monopoly, and any attempt to circumvent it has caused an uproar. Okay. So look up Frank Williamson.
Frank Wildcat Williams. Business Watch?
Business Watch, Bright County Times.
Miami Arc. Oh, we already did that one. We might have to do
yeah, it is
Spider.
interesting that it doesn't take you back. Maybe because of the... Yeah, so let's just spider search. Ooh, picture! Okay, he's awarded in World War II, took a bullet, and carried a fellow soldier through enemy lines for 2 miles. He died in 1996, 79. Okay. Surviving family also sheds light on some of his personal life. He grew up an orphan because his family died in a hurricane when he was very young. He could barely remember his mother and has no memory of his father. Okay.
Because your father abandoned you.
Yeah. And Antidote mentioned that he used to insist he married his wife Ophelia as a matter of courtesy and convenience. She wouldn't have to change her last name. Oh, okay. So she was already a Williams.
Okay.
And daughters Barb and Sharon.
Okay, so which one's Barbara and which one's Sharon?
Most likely, if it's talking about his eulogy, it's probably the oldest and then the youngest.
Yeah, but yeah. Wait. What? Oh.
Why does the split up somehow equal into this?
Oh. So I'm wondering if this child became
adopted. Oh, so this kid.
They may have died.
Oh, John Doe.
Oh. They may have died, or if it was like.
So they adopted
their
kid?
Grandkid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Barb and Sharon Williams. Well, anything about Sharon Williams anywhere? Oh, also we got a picture.
We got a picture. Where's the picture? There he is.
Oh, with the statue in the back.
Yeah. Oh, is he? He's juggling hammers.
Yep, he's juggling hammers on a construction site.
That's safe.
Yay!
Oh, yeah. Oh, finally.
Okay, so I was right. It is him. Alright. So that definitely locks some things down, though, because that means it is Sonia.
Yeah. But we need a last name. Rusty.
And figuring out who the kid is. Rusty, what are you doing?
He's trying to get up to the top, but he's scared to try to jump from there. Rusty's being weird.
Rusty's being a weird boy. It's fine. Okay. Oh, we've somehow gotten one thing out of this.
Yay. Notable event still has one that we're missing. Fuck you, notable events.
Ooh.
What?
Maybe it talks about what's her face?
Ooh. Oh, maybe.
Now that we have this new one. Damn. It was worth a try.
Yeah. I mean, we might as well put every name into it, but...
Oh god, that requires me to know all the different names we're searching.
Yeah.
Okay, so that got a little bit closer, but Frank Williams.
Wildcat Frank Williams.
I guess just put her in? No. I guess we could put him into the...
Yeah.
with his full name. Nope. Oh, then we might end up having to end a little early since Betty's starting to lose it. She's not barking at least, but she's very sad. She's very sad. She's crying in the corner.
Yeah.
So we might have to end a little early today.
Also, her brain's
before she starts. Well, it's not even that. It's just.
Well, my brain's fried.
Well, your brain's always fried when we try to do this.
Wow. Wow. No faith in my in my brain.
But since Betty keeps crying, it won't be too much longer before she starts barking at us. So we might end a little early today. But next week it should be, well, this week I guess, it should be on Friday. We should be good and should be normal. I don't think there's anything different going on.
At some point we were talking about doing something on Sundays, but we just don't know what yet. Yeah,
we might start doing some Final Fantasy Sunday evenings again. But we just haven't fully gotten that decked out. I don't think that's gonna happen tonight. But if it magically does, you guys will know. But yeah, since Betty's very upset, we'll just end a little early. I thought I clicked on it. I did not. Who do we raid today? That's always a problem. It's like,
yeah, who do we raid?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see anyone today. Maybe I'll just let you guys go wherever you guys want to go today. That might work too. That might do well too. But yeah, we're gonna end a little early today. We'll just do a 3-hour stream. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get some more of this thing done. We actually did get a decent amount of it filled in all rights.
Yeah.
And we do have some like paths now to try to go down, which is great. But yeah, this one is definitely a lot more.
This is a hell of a lot more difficult than the last one.
It's definitely a lot more difficult to figure out. But we're slowly doing it. We're slowly getting through it.
It kind of feels like we have to do like precise wordage.
Yeah, maybe.
Which is like...
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great, but you know.
It's like, come on, I'm close enough. And also,
it's like, close enough. Give us a bone, please.
Also, there's no engine. So, if she's not an engineer, then that means she has a different job later?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm very confused about that whole entire... Like, we're right on Lady now, but I am confused by the entire thing. So I don't know. I don't know. It's confusing. But thank you everyone for being here today. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Fruit Bus. Fruit Bus will be back tomorrow. Yay!
Fruits on a bus.
More of me causing mayhem in Fruit Bus. Alright, but thank you everyone for being here today, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!
Bye!